actually kind of dug the inside of Kansas's stadium, and maybe it was because when we went to last year, so when Iowa State played down there, not this last year but the year before, it was packed in there, and it was a mid-afternoon game, and the atmosphere was pretty cool. And it was the old stone, it looked like the old stone pillars you walk through or whatever. So it was an old stadium, but when the sun was setting and that crowd was packed, it was pretty cool. I did enjoy it. I didn't care for the tailgate scene. It was really packed and tiny and not very good. And getting to the stadium was atrocious. Like, we had to park on campus somewhere and ride a bus, and that was an absolute nightmare. So as far as that goes, the game day atmosphere outside the stadium wasn't super great, but I really was impressed inside. The only problem I had is that Kansas fans thought they were the shit, and they didn't quite remember how much they sucked in football for so many years. Unfortunately, we didn't win that game, so I couldn't really talk shit. But
was there porta potties there at the time? Because I saw the porta potty thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. Yep.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the game day experience around TCU. Like, I went to a game when I lived in Dallas at TCU. The stadium's nice. It was after they'd redone the remodel, but it just seemed like pockets of tailgating. And I guess maybe that's my Iowa State bias, where everybody's in one place.
Yeah.
And it's easy to find people at Iowa State when you tailgate, right? Maybe that's just because that's what I'm used to. But I mean, I had a good time at TCU, and that's a nice part of Fort Worth. I mean, there's some nice areas around there and some good food in that area. But TCU's was pretty solid. But the game day experience, I wasn't blown away by.
Yeah, and to me, TCU fans, it kind of be hit or miss whether they show up or not. And I think depending on the season that they're going to have. Obviously, 2 years ago, place was packed every game with Max Duggan, when they were undefeated and made that run. But TCU, yeah, probably a little bit spotty. Fort Worth's great city.